now in through the Sun Valley area. So fortunately, traffic is pretty light. Perhaps being Halloween, people are home taking their kids out trick-or-treating or staying home to hand out candy. So that is a good news that there is not a lot of traffic right now and not putting a lot of people in danger. But however, this guy is driving extremely fast. And all right, Chris, you there now?
Hey there, Ellen. You are looking live at an LAPD pursuit that has now been placed in tracking mode. A stolen pickup truck southbound side of the 5 freeway picked this one up just about 5 minutes ago in LAPD's Foothill Division, and then he kind of jumped on the freeway and started making his way south here. So LAPD's Foothill Division's following from a distance. Their airship is up overhead, and just in the last few seconds, you can see he has turned off his lights. He has now blacked out the vehicle and is continuing at a fairly high rate of speed, just over the speed limit, all over the pavement, though, weaving in and out of any traffic in his way. Relatively light traffic now as we make our way towards North Hollywood, towards Burbank, as he continues southbound at about 75 miles per hour. Again, maybe just a touch above that. Here comes a brake light, possibly looking at maybe getting off of the freeway. There's an indication that somebody else might have exited the vehicle earlier on in this pursuit. In any event, the driver obviously still refusing to pull over, and LAPD now backing off just a little bit, letting that airship call out the location, Ellen.
All right, it looks to like he's getting into a little bit more traffic, a little more congested area as he goes south on the 5. Is he going to be approaching Burbank soon, isn't he?
That's exactly right. As he gets closer to Burbank, looking out the window up here, there are a few more brake lights, even a little heavier further south towards the LA Zoo. As he makes his way around Griffith Park, eventually the 5 freeway will start to slow down just a little bit. Right now, he's got plenty of road to play with here, but still insisting on weaving through anybody who happens to be in front of him here. And again, the tactic that he has now employed since he's been on the freeway is turning off those lights. When we first caught it, he was going underneath the 5 freeway via Osborne and had his lights on. A full pursuit package, a contingent of officers followed him onto the freeway right as the airship picked it up, and then the supervisor put this pursuit into tracking mode, deciding that would be the safest play for everybody involved. LAPD still a ways back, but giving CHP the option of potentially taking over the pursuit if they're able and willing to do so, if they have a desire to get this guy off the road. Right now, the driving is manageable. It's a judgment call whether they want to dedicate those officers to getting this guy off the road. If there's any other charges that we're not aware of, that could play into the decision. Right now, again, letting that LAPD airship track the vehicle from above. A few minutes ago, we saw the night sun on the vehicle. The drivers now put the headlights back on. Difficult to drive through certain portions of the 5 freeway with no headlights. He's decided to put those headlights back on. I don't see that night sun, but that helicopter still following very closely up above, Ellen.
He was getting up to about 92 miles an hour just a bit ago, and I'm concerned because this truck looks kind of like a beat-up truck, and he's got a bunch of stuff in the back of his truck, too, that could be flying out. That's the dangerous part, these other drivers on the freeway that perhaps don't see him coming.
It almost looked like he lost control for a second. Yeah, it's a beat-up truck. By the way, hit like, please. Let's get the lights out. Let's get the views out. Come on, man. Been asking for a chase all this time, and when we get a chase, people don't show up. Show up, hit the like button. Let's get this shit going. Let's get pumped up. Hopefully, it's a good chase. Let's
in the back, in the bed of that pickup truck. Not sure exactly what he's hauling there. Doesn't appear to be moving around, but that's a hazard in and of itself. Now doing about 70 miles an hour, continuing southbound past Burbank Airport, coming up on the 134. He'll have a decision to make here, although if he hugs that left lane, that will commit him ultimately to the 5 freeway, and he can head, again, further south towards downtown LA, or he could cross over all of that pain, as you see him doing right here, and maybe look for an opportunity to exit the freeway here or transition onto the 134. At that point, he can go east or west, or he could just stick with it. Very erratic behavior there. You could tell he is all over the place, despite not too much traffic over that gore point, without anybody right behind him, almost like he's teasing somebody, but he's just basically making these last-minute calls. Now looks like he's exiting the 5 freeway with his headlights back on and picking up a little bit of steam as he exits the freeway, pushing 75 to 80 miles per hour. This is going to transition him onto the 134, and if I'm not mistaken, this is going to put following him eastbound on the 134.
Oh,
so
boy.
now making our way through Glendale here on the 134, again, all over the freeway. No signs of CHP yet, but here comes another exit ramp, and it looks like he's going to take that one too. So he's taking the southbound. Well, we'll see. This might be...
he's right by the ABC7 studios.
Oh, he sure is. He's very
boy.
close. He coming up on San Fernando Road here, so this will put him back onto surface streets. And using that exit ramp to just turn around and get right back on. Very, very erratic behavior here. And there you go. There's the flashing lights. That's why. He was trying to play a little game of cat and mouse as those black and whites were closing in on him. Certainly he was aware of them as he made that maneuver right there. Maybe he saw them at the last minute and decided to get back on the freeway. In any event, the pursuit is now back on. Now we need to see if that's CHP or LAPD. That's the big question. We'll just kind of pan back when you get a chance, Brian, just to kind of get an idea. Is that CHP or LAPD? We're going to try and figure that out.
Okay.
In any event, one of those agencies now deciding to get involved here. Looks like it's going to be no, that's LAPD. LAPD back in pursuit here. Eastbound side of the 134 Barack Obama Highway as he makes his way towards Pasadena, heading eastbound through Chevy Chase here and not slowing down whatsoever, Ellen.
Well, I drive those freeways a lot, and I know that it really gets congested up a little bit ahead. You approach like near the Rose Bowl, so this guy's going to come into some traffic apparently. But I don't trust his brakes on a truck like that, and that's what's scary. You driving at a high speed like that. I wouldn't want to be in front of him.
No, it's a top-heavy vehicle, especially with all that debris in the back there. Even a pit maneuver could be a little bit tricky, and certainly you wouldn't want to attempt it with any other motorists in the area. So they'll have to wait for an opportunity if the supervisor or the watch commander ultimately gives the go-ahead for that. Again, the headlights now blacked out once again, and he's continuing this erratic driving with those officers, code 3, behind him. Let's pull out once again and just...
I wonder what the strategy is behind that turning the headlights off. Does he think he's going to like blend in, or maybe the choppers are going to have a harder time following him? What's the strategy behind the headlights? And so for people that are joining, this is a stolen vehicle. Right now they're currently, let's see some of the latest tweets. Currently, well, that was 3 minutes ago. He re-entered the EB134. Who got the latest tweets and updates? Nobody, apparently.
An additional person inside the vehicle. Again, we just don't know. Only word we have at this point is that this is suspected to be a stolen vehicle, Ellen.
Yeah, and you can see that his driving erratically. We don't know his state of mind, if he's under the influence. That also comes into play too. Like how do you not agitate this guy so he starts driving even more crazy?
Exactly. I think the mere fact that he's driving at these speeds with his lights off and some of the maneuvers that we've already seen, while it hasn't been the wildest of pursuits that we're used to seeing, it's certainly dangerous enough that they are going to think twice about just letting it go. We often see if it's just a simple refusal to pull over and they have enough information, they have the license plate, et cetera, they know where the subject lives, then they can always catch up with them later on in a safe location. In this situation, it's Halloween night, a Monday night, lots of folks on the road, and it's just not worth letting somebody, I mean, you can see just how hard it is to see him with his lights off. If he gets off of the freeway and continues this kind of driving, it could be a very dangerous situation. And of course, as you mentioned, the further east we get here along the 134, eventually onto the 210, if he sticks with the freeway, that'll put him into busy Pasadena, whether he's on the freeway or off the freeway.
Wow.
It's a very populated area where there are lots of people on the road tonight, and the option of just ending this and giving up becomes less likely. Now, we are going to eventually leave LAPD's jurisdiction, and then it will ultimately come down to either CHP or whatever other jurisdiction agency we end up in here. But right now, he's been predominantly on the freeway since we first picked it up. Originally, he was on surface streets in the Pacoima area, so that's where it all started.
whatever
near
it is.
Laurel Canyon
Satan's
and
Day.
Osborne, or at least in that general vicinity, and eventually made his way onto the freeway. So a whole different set of strategies once he's on the freeway here. Right now, again, we mentioned not a lot of traffic, but that is about to change the further east we get.
We can only hope that he's running low on gas, because it's obviously not going to be a very good economy car when it comes to gas mileage as those old models. So hopefully he'll run out of gas and or surrender or pull over, because that is a pretty scary situation there.
By and large, those are typically the most peaceful endings, where the vehicle just runs out of gas and the subject does the same thing, and they just kind of lose stamina. Sometimes they try and run for it, obviously. That's always a possibility. If he sees the needle running low and he starts running on fumes, he could look for a hiding spot, and if he's in enough shape, he could try and jump out and engage in a foot pursuit, which we often see here. It's going to be one of those two, I have a feeling, with this particular subject. Again, we don't have any information in terms of his being armed, whether he has a weapon inside the vehicle, nothing like that at this point. But the way he's driving this vehicle is dangerous enough that it's a very dicey situation when it comes to figuring out how they're going to ultimately bring it to an end. But he's now using that shoulder. We've seen a lot of last-minute maneuvers. Here's another one of last-minute over that concrete there, over that gore point, kind of trying to fake out those officers as if he was as he was showing signs of getting off the freeway, but now once again committing to the 134 as he comes up on the 210 interchange here. Looks like he's going to continue into Pasadena.
It's a good thing in this particular case that he is staying on the freeway, because some of these neighborhoods that he's passed, I used to live in that neighborhood over by San Rafael, and it'd be packed with trick-or-treaters tonight. So you can imagine how many cars are going to be on the road on that adjacent Colorado Boulevard there. Oh boy. Well, we lost his signal, but we're going to continue to follow this as we pick up Chris's signal as soon as we can. But we will continue on our ABC7 streaming channel, and oh, there we go. Got him back.
I'm pulling up some backward feeds in case.
Well. All right, we will try to get that video back for you, but we're watching this chase. There we have it again. This is through the Pasadena area, kind of approaching close to Lake Avenue in Pasadena as he's heading east on that 134, is turning into the 210 freeway. We're going to continue to keep an eye on that. And you can stay tuned to abc7.com and the live streaming ABC7 Los Angeles app for more information all through the night. So producer, tell me what I'm supposed to do now. I'm new to this show.
Give me 1 second, guys.
All right, well, we're going to talk about Halloween, and it's known for trick-or-treating, of course, but some couples across California are getting married, and it's not a trick. Luz Pena from our sister station KGO shows us they tied the knot with a holiday twist, and see a lot of, we're showing back to the White House. This is President Biden, of course, and the First Lady handing out candy at the White House. And
I failed. Here we go. All right. Did you guys leave? How many people did we lose? Oh, wait. Why isn't there? Oh, shit. Wait. You guys can't see that.
They think he may possibly be trying to work his way back to the 210 freeway.
Oh, Jesus. Freak me out for a second.
All right, so this is really interesting. Because it's Halloween, the units are backing off because there could be children who are out and about trick-or-treating. Their parents, of course, going to be with them as well. So out of an abundance of caution, they are not going to continue to pursue this person on surface streets at the very least. Perhaps once he gets on the freeway, then they can reconsider. But when it comes to surface streets, it's going to be a no-go, just simply too dangerous. The airship will stay overhead, though, and just continue to monitor the situation here and continue to monitor that driver's location. But what I am hearing is that the units are being told to back off unless he gets on the freeway.
They tripping. What other feeds we got?
So now northbound here on Allen, I can tell you Allen will lead to the 210 freeway. There it is. Let's see if he tries to get on. Coming right under it.
Oh, shoot. They could pit him right there.
Gonna make that left-hand turn, and this will put him back on the 210 freeway. I believe it should put him 210 west, which will eventually, if he takes that 210 west, it could lead him back into the LAPD's Foothill Division, where this all began. And just from covering pursuits, we know people tend to return to an area that is familiar to them. So let's see what he does. I thought that's where he could get on. This could be a situation where he may need to get on the next street. but it looks like he's going to go under the freeway. So now he's at Lake. It looks like he's looking for a place to get on the freeway, but he just missed it because that was his chance. So continuing now, again, southbound on Lake in the Pasadena area. Once again, what we heard across the scanner was that they were told to back off because of potential trick-or-treaters in the area. So out of an abundance of caution, they said, just let the airship follow, let the units back off. But we still do see that one unit of the CHP close behind. Okay, here we are at Sierra, making another westbound turn. Yeah, that CHP crews are really not giving him much breathing room, just on the backside of that building there. Slowing down significantly.
Oh, that's all right.
I don't know if it's because the streets are so narrow or if he's looking for a place to bail, but for now, continuing to make his way down this very narrow residential street here, Marion Avenue.
Welcome everybody. Oh, Fox got it too.
And here we go, another westbound turn. This is going to put him on Walnut. Walnut runs parallel to the 210 freeway, just on the southbound side. And that unit that you see right behind, again, is CHP.
Femi? They broke
There's
into...
an airship overhead.
We're going to talk about Pelosi after this. I want to know what happened with Pelosi and the guy.
That lead unit is calling out the speeds. I just heard him say 65 miles an hour, which is around what we're tracking him at as well. These are they're surface streets, and he's going at freeway speeds. It is just so dangerous.
Somebody said, F the mods on this channel. Well, fuck you too. How about that? What does that mean?
Here we go, Walnut. Let's see if he turns. Yep, here we go. I don't know why that door keeps opening, if he's doing that intentionally or if it's just not latching, because every time he makes a turn is when I see it open. And now he's on the wrong side of the road. Oh, so dangerous. Oh, cross traffic. Oh, just on the other side of that building, there's cross traffic. Let's see what happens.
I got another camera.
Lost him momentarily there behind the building. There he is.
Oh, right there, right there, right there.
He's moving in for the pit. There we go, CHP pit maneuver. Wow, look at all of that. All of that dirt going flying. I'm waiting to hear on the scanner. There we go. Here we go. We got two running, I believe.
Taser his ass.
One of them is an officer. The other one is the driver. Just saw him here on the side of this building.
Look,
running across the street.
Tackle his ass. There you go.
Pursuit here. Two officers walking right up to the guy.
Throw him on the floor.
You're done. You're done. That tree's not going to save you. Let go. These officers are going to take this man into custody as soon as he lets go of that tree. They're going to handcuff him, and this will be it. Oh, wow. What a crazy turn of events here in Pasadena. This pursuit of a possible stolen car out of the LAPD's Foothill Division comes to a wild end here with a pit maneuver on Lake Avenue near the 210 freeway.
Trying to hold on to the tree and shit. Crazy ass. Choke slam.
Okay, so he's in custody. I'm waiting to hear information to hear if there's anybody else who was in the car. At this point, it doesn't seem like it. There's the car there. Our first good look at it. All sorts of things in the back. Again, possible stolen vehicle out of the LAPD's Foothill Division, which is the north end of the San Fernando Valley.
Tree hugger. I'm a little sad it ended early, but I mean, good thing nobody got hurt.
Absolutely crazy there. The officer did the pit. He ended up, the suspect vehicle ended up on that center divider, that center median. He might have even lost a tire. You saw that CHP officer kick that tire. It was either in the back of the car or it was one of the ones that was on the car. But driver in custody. Haven't heard anything about a possible passenger, so I think that's going to do it. Once again, this is coming to an end here at Lake Avenue at Maple Street, very close to the 210 freeway. I'll widen out the shot so you can see the freeway. There you go. There's the freeway. So just on the north side of the two-turn freeway in the Pasadena area. We, of course, thank you very much for your viewership. We're going to continue to work on the details of this pursuit and all of today's news for the NBC4 News at 11 o'clock. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, from News Chopper 4, I'm Eliana Moreno, alongside my pilot, James Pollard. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you at 11.
We love you. So this whole thing, Paul Pelosi attack, suspect sought to take speaker hostage. So this is what it's really a conspiracy guy, conspiracy theorist, broke into the place. San Francisco's top prosecutor announced a slew of felony charges against Paul Pelosi attack suspect David DePapi, a 42-year-old illegal immigrant from Canada. So they let him in. They're the same ones that let him in. From Canada, accused of breaking into the House Speaker's home and cracking her husband's skull with a hammer. District Attorney Brooke Jenkins said DePapi broke through the rear glass door, snuck into a sleeping Pelosi's bedroom in the middle of the night during a Monday news briefing. There was no security present at the time. Damn, Alex Jones. These people are really crazy. That's the people we got to worry about with the conspiracy nuts. The ones that are, there's gonna be people out there that actually go and like hunt these people down. He was a left-wing liberal. I know, right? Let me not say too much. Damn, let's look at this guy's face. Oh. What's wrong with these people, man? I don't know why they don't just get a hobby. So people spend so much time on all this energy shit. Go get a hobby, do something positive with your life. Go do a business or some shit. Go start a social media account. The only thing I don't understand is because I guess I saw on Twitter they were like making fun of this situation. I mean, I don't like Pelosi, but like I don't wish harm and shit on them. I don't know what was the funny part about it. I don't understand. Some psycho though, yeah, busted in with a hammer. Holy crap. Yeah, why no security? That's kind of weird, right? No security? Yeah. What the heck? Oh, is there a 911 call? Can we get the 911? Let me see. Pelosi was wearing a loose-fitting pajama shirt and boxers. Jenkins said Pelosi attempted to use a phone in his home elevator, but was blocked by DePapi, she added. But he went to the bathroom and called 911 from there. The federal affidavit alleges that DePapi told investigators his plans to kneecap Speaker Pelosi after he caught her lying. Wow. Jenkins revealed during the news briefing that DePapi arrived with at least 2 hammers and other kidnapping supplies, zip ties. She said the attack appeared to have been politically motivated and that Pelosi home was targeted, but she stopped short of characterizing the incident as domestic terrorism. But damn, DePapi. Oh, they are together. Pelosi. I don't know. Let me see if did they have a 911 call? I'm gonna look for it real quick. I don't know if they released that. Maybe they might not release that. Let's see. A secret bathroom 911 call, exclusive. Let's see. I don't think they released it yet. Let me check YouTube. Pelosi. Speaker Pelosi. Here are details from Paul Pelosi's coded 911 call to his rescue. Ugh, I don't want to see that. There we go. Let's watch CNN. Paul. Yeah, it's not out. 911 call's not out. Let's see. All right, well, I guess that's it. Unless I find some other video to play. They have released it. Where? Okay. I know. Dispatch. Oh god, they got all the dramatic music. Go to the police website. Let's see. Back on Facebook. Let's see. Listen to the okay. It's like 30 seconds. Let's see. I think we got it. Or dispatch audio.
10-268 priority 910 2640 Broadway, cross of Scott and Normandy. Over 14-hour copy. RP stated that there's a male in the home and that he's going to wait for his wife. RP stated that he doesn't know who the male is, but he advised that his name is David and that he is a friend. RP sounded somewhat confused. 12 over back and copy.
Units code 3 to 2640 Broadway per 14 hour.
Ever 12 over copy. 15 over also code 3.
Everyone 12 advice insufficient units on scene 2640 Broadway. Special call medic 66, location 2640 Broadway.
Stay right there, brother.
He calls the attacker a friend. That's weird. They said his skull was cracked though, so I don't know. I guess we'll head out. I guess that's it. A friend. No te vayas. What do you guys want to do? Should I try to find something? Another authorities. Okay, that's the old chase right there. It can't be live though. How you guys feel about maybe it doesn't matter. I was gonna say Twitter. Elon Musk. F the mods in this channel. Jeff Keys. You have a lot of time. I'm gonna make 100 accounts and just keep coming back and back. Keep subscribing and liking and making all the accounts and all this shit. Weirdo. Find something. Let's see. Oh, did you know something though? The thing I was working on. Did you know that this with the Delphi? Don't say Delphi murders. That apparently this guy, the guy that was arrested, he had printed out the photos of the funerals and shit.
There's a report going around right now that this Mr. Allen actually processed some photos for the family at the CBS. And do you know if that's accurate?
That is accurate.
Okay, and that he didn't charge the family when they came in to claim the photos?
That is correct.
The weirdos in Indiana surrounding the... So apparently he had processed the photos and shit. All right, let's see what else we got. Weird and strange news, odd stories. LAPD report released with interviews of Paul and attacker. LAPD. Let's see. Want to watch some, you know what, real quick? The only thing I can think of off the top of my head. I usually always like to have a couple of links on hand in case we got time like this. But, the dark side. That was kind of funny. Let's see, the dark side. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Diggs. Let's see. Oh, that's the same thing I think we just listened to.
Car 8 priority 910, 2640 Broadway, cross of Scott and Normandy.
Oh,
14 hour copy. RP stated that there's a male in the home and that he's going to wait for his wife. RP stated that he doesn't know who the male is, but he advised that his name is David and that he is a friend.
What?
RP sounded somewhat confused. Is a friend? RP sounded somewhat confused. 12 over back and copy.
Units code 3 at 2640 Broadway per 14 hour.
Over 12 over copy. 15 over also code 3. 15 over also code 3.
Everyone 12 advice insufficient units on scene 2640 Broadway. Special call medic 66, location 2640 Broadway.
Oh. Let me see this real quick. Just kind of curious what this.
All you gotta do, man, is just suck that man's dick or have sex with this person here or do something dark and you'll really fly in this industry really quickly. I'm a male model. I've been signed in London and across Europe. And I've been to the top of the industry and I've been to the bottom as well. I've done catwalks. I've been flown to Milan for catwalks. That's been the best. I've done editorials, commercials, definitely done billboards, worldwide actually, from everywhere from Africa, Australia, America, Madison Square Gardens. I've seen myself massive, I've seen myself on Fifth Avenue. Yeah man, some impressive stuff. The last 10 years of my career, I've got multiple stories of where I've been exploited or had sexual abuse or been lied to or disrespected. And it's led to me sometimes having the worst mental health you could imagine. Yeah, it's been a very difficult road actually. I've come to realize if you want to make it to the top, you have to sell a part of your soul somewhere. You're going to have to acquiesce somewhere. You may have to get involved in something sexual. It's not what everyone thinks in this industry, trust me. There's a lot of abuse.
Male model.
My first red flag in this industry was my first ever casting. I got told to go to a university in central London and I turned up. This man said to me, "You're a model now, you need to just be comfortable being naked. You're going to go to Paris and Milan and New York, you need to be able to dress really quickly." So I got naked. I was in my boxers and he said, "No, you have to get fully naked. You can hold yourself, but get naked."
Damn. So he's a male model saying he's been abused and taken advantage of in the industry. And I guess you got to put out.
And so I did. Found out when I went back to my agency that day that no one even knew who that man was. A lot of people think that this industry is super glamorous. I can tell you, for someone who's gone to Fashion Week in Milan for many years, we are treated like absolute dogs. We sleep in hostels and in squalor. The agency only respect you if you get that massive job. If you're on set and you mention that you feel uncomfortable, to be honest, you're just, that's you finished. You're not going to get the job. I've seen it.
This is a British accent. You guys couldn't tell? British accent. I actually got something for this guy too. That's so weird that somebody's taking the time to keep making accounts. I don't know how you can have so many different accounts. Somebody's upset with the mods.
It happens so many times that people just acquiesce and they keep their head down and they just don't stand with their morals. There's a lot that happens as well with like grooming and stuff like that. People like kind of groom you, touch you in certain ways. It's hard to me to even say, man, because I hate this stuff. But like, there's been times when I've been in a long casting and the director will come up and like stroke your hair, run their fingers across your elbow, and you know what they're trying to suggest. Do you want this job? Like, let's talk. There's a lot of drug abuse. I know the women in Milan, they go crazy on taking the drugs because it literally will keep you slim. If you're like taking a lot of cocaine, you're just going to be slimmer. You don't really have the appetite to eat a lot, and you'll hit them targets. The best after party, or the most insane after party I ever went to, there was like a cougar walking around in this mansion, and they had parrots, because this isn't wealth that you can't understand. Everything's gold, and just open up a drawer, and it's just like all the marijuana on the top, and then all the cocaine and the ketamine, and all the pills and the ecstasy and the MDMA. In 2019, actually, I was in a big designer's house. It was the most money I've ever seen. It's the most cocaine I've ever seen in my life. The designer handed me maybe an ounce of weed, just take this. And yeah, a long story short, that night, he kept on just pressing his body up against me, telling me he wanted me to reveal myself. That's what he kept saying. Reveal yourself, reveal yourself. I actually remember taking a knife from their kitchen, and I had a torch, and I slept like this, like an X on the bed, and I had to put cupboards and fucking sofas and shit in front of the door, because he kept on knocking on the door saying, in the morning I'm gonna wake you up. I'm gonna convince you to reveal yourself. I don't have any money, so it's not like I can just order my own taxi out of this place. I have to wait for them to tell me that I can go. He's never spoke to me since. We were friends, but since that night, because I simply said no, he never spoke to me since. And then your career's over, by the way, as well. One word from one of these people, you'll be blacklisted. If you've got a big designer saying don't work with this person, you're finished. And it's just a small...
The industry is messed up. There was another video. Let me see. There's something else I wanted to kind of look at. The dark side of rich kids volunteering aboard. Voluntourism is primarily a Western privileged do-gooders pay for the experience of doing charity work. But according to this ex-voluntourist, the orphanage. You know that on Twitter they're coming out with this thing. Apparently they're gonna charge to get that blue verified check mark. They're gonna start charging for that. Let me close this out. By the way, that's not me checking out a guy. That's the article, okay? The snapshot thing. In case I was doing a video. See what you're doing on the side, I could know. And let me close out. Let's see. What the hell is that?
Voluntourism is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It sells wealthier people access to impoverished and struggling communities in exchange for a life-affirming experience. Kids would see vans of volunteers pulling towards them, and they'd quickly rub dirt on their faces so that they'd be more appealing, ironically, to the volunteers and look like they needed more help. Each of us paid thousands of dollars to go on this trip. Of that trip fee, almost none of it went to the orphanage. The primary goal, we were told, was to build a library. Our work was so bad that the local builders who were working alongside us would come back while we were sleeping and undo our work and redo it. They abused children in orphanages while under the guise of being a volunteer. What you're being sold is the idea that you'll help a community. What you're really buying is an opportunity to help yourself. I've been involved in voluntourism for over a decade. The language used by voluntourism tends to be along the lines of you can change the world and find yourself all at the same time. I wanted to physically go out to be that change, make a difference, be a global citizen. I definitely was thinking about how it would look when I applied to college and how it would look on my resume. I convinced my parents to pay a couple $1,000s for me to be able to go on this trip to Tanzania. It was about 3 weeks long.
I'm not even sure. I'm not even interested in this, really. The good videos on that whole dark side thing, I think we've seen the best ones already on some of the previous streams. Chase is over. Oh, there's probably people joining in now thinking there's a chase. All right, I guess that's it, guys. That's it for now. The Watcher, yeah, I watched that actually. You want to hear? Oh no, CC, don't do that. The one person, don't do that, CC. CC. The Watcher, I actually liked a lot. I thought it was pretty good. I made one of the best Dark Volumes videos that's up. Really? Did you do one of those? The weekend. All right, man. I guess I'll head out. Guess I'll head out. Oh, you know what? Let me do something first. Let me take care of this. Let's actually do. Let me do that. I forgot about this too. Let me take care of this. As far as the sponsor stuff, I'm still waiting on that. There's some kinks or something that they're working out with the software. I just want to. They're trying to fix something with the software, and I'm still waiting for a QR code and a link. Let me add this right here. Right there. Boom. How you like me now? Gold teeth when I smile. Let's see what else we got. That one. I'm just buying time because I want to mess around with these people a little bit. I know, yeah, the stream's already over. It was a short chase. Look at that. Se acabó. I think we got it. Yeah. Se acabó. I got this, by the way. I bought this this Apple Mac Air thing. What do they call this shit? The Air Mac? I got this Air Mac thing, and I guess it's somewhat useful, but I mean, I already had a laptop. The only good thing is that now I can check my iMessages on Windows because I use the remote app on Google Chrome. And so I sometimes find it useful. Let's see, Mac. Se acabó. Okay, we got it. Good. I was just curious to make sure we can, for the next time these little weirdos come, the best way to thaw out their weak methods. We already got it. So I was just buying a little bit of time. All right. So I love you guys. I'll be back. I don't know if there's another chase tonight. We'll see what we do tomorrow. And I'll be talking soon in the near future about this whole sponsorship, and we're gonna do like a giveaway too. So, what's my favorite candy? That's tough. I love Sour Patch. Sour Patch is really good. I love those Tootsie Roll lollipops. Tootsie Pop. Those are freaking delicious. I like Sweetest Fish. Sweetest Fish is good. My favorite gummy bears is the Haribo gummy bears. I really try to stay away from Halloween too because my daughter will get all this candy and I'll eat the candy. These are the best gummy bears ever. The Haribo. It's gone, man. What happened? What happened to the bots? What happened to y'all? Huh? ¿Qué pasó? What happened to you guys? All the bots are gone, huh? Hey, SGV. What's up, man? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. This guy, I forgot what channel it was. I mean, not channel, sorry. I forgot what video it was that he let us use some of his content, I think, right? So, definitely check out that channel, SGV News first. Hope you're doing well. What happened to the trolls, man? What happened to all the bots? I'm waiting. These people, useless. We're going to make a bunch of accounts, right? To go and spam the chat to contribute to the algorithm and help out the channel, right? All right, good job. You know what we're going to do? We're going to spam him. Yeah, let's spam him. Yeah. Let's send a whole bunch of accounts there. Yeah. That's going to get him. That's going to get the mods. Yeah. Weak. Oh, the standoff night. It was the standoff. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely check out SGV, man. Cool guy. Damn, that shit was crazy that night. What happened, man? Do they have to? So the thing I wonder with the bots, right, with these guys, do they have to go one by one now and change and modify all the settings one by one, or do they have like one software that commands all the bots and they can just click it and make the bots? I don't know. What happened? Or they didn't pay for enough bots or something. They ran out of bots. They ran out of funds. Just quiet now, man. This is crickets. They got to be mad, yo. Now they're probably going to try to go find the other social media accounts. They got to be pissed. Probably somebody sweating in a basement somewhere, just really angry and upset in a dark room. Kind of like me in a dark room, but. Ooh, Albanese gummy bears. What was that? Oh yeah, the West Covina chase. That last chase too, yeah, that was really good. The one we did recently where the guy was about to jump off a bridge, that was pretty good. I guess that's it for the trolls. So I don't know. Do you guys like Mac more? You guys like Apple more? Or you like Windows more? Maybe I should put a little poll before we get out too. And when I'm talking about Apple, well, shit, because now I'm thinking about Android, and so let's do cell phone first. Cell phone. Let's do iPhone. You like iPhone or Android? See, I used to always have an Android. I've always been an Android fan for a very long time because I used to root the phone and unlock all the features. After a while, it got harder and harder to do, and so I just gave up with that, and I just got tired of doing it. But I always had Android, and then now recently I finally got an iPhone for the first time, and I really love the iPhone. Really love it for a multitude of reasons. You know why I like iPhone? I'm gonna tell you why. One, texting, the system that they have, right? It's iMessage. You can send videos that are high quality. Looks great. On Android, you send a video, it's got to be compressed. I think iPhone might do it too, but the compression on Android looks like shit. It's like pixels. You can't see nothing. You can barely gotta like squint and whatever. You have to upload it somewhere else. Blah blah blah. The iPhone system, really nice video transfer back and forth. I like that. It's really seamless. I think even the apps are kind of better. I like also that, like for example, like I had the Bluetooth, like I have a speaker back there. And so if I was listening to music on my Bluetooth, if somebody calls me, it automatically switches off the Bluetooth from that speaker to like my phone if I answer the call. Normally in the Android, the person just starts playing off of the speaker. There was a couple other things that I forgot that I really liked, that I just thought it was like really smooth and sleek. The battery lasts longer. The camera is okay. Like the camera's pretty decent. I thought it would have been better. The camera's, I think Android's and kind of like might have the camera thing there. Oh, 45% say iPhone and then 55% say Android. So let me ask about the computer. Oh, the AirDrop is really nice too. The iCloud, I like the iCloud too. I kind of like it more than I think Google Drive. And it's faster, the iCloud, than Google Drive. Google Drive, sometimes you put a video on there, it takes time, it has to process, and you send that video to somebody, then it says it's waiting and blah blah blah. iCloud's just a lot faster. And I like how their devices sync. All your music is on iTunes. Sponsoring Apple. SGB News First says iPhone has failed me while live feeding. Really? You get a black screen if you're interrupted. Ooh. And the iMac or the AirPad or the AirPad, what is it? Air Pro, whatever they call this shit. I like how smooth it is. Now I have a really nice Windows laptop that I bought recently too, and I feel like that laptop still, the Windows one, has more processing power than the Mac that I have here, which this is like the latest Mac. The only thing I could do on this Mac is really upgrade the RAM. I don't really have much use for this Mac, but it's nice, it's smoother. It's taking me time to get used to. The battery on this is way better too than the other one. Chase is over already. Chase is over. You're gonna have to rewind. I also like that with the iPhone, like the profile pictures. Like if I update my profile picture, if you have on my contacts, if you have a iPhone, it'll usually prompt you and be like, "Do you want to update?" The other thing I like too with iPhone and Apple devices, I think appointments so much better. For some reason on my Android, it just didn't link in the calendar and stuff. I don't know if there's a setting you can do. Apple, I call my doctor's office. They set an appointment. They send it right to my email. That shit just automatically in my iPhone, bleep, bleep, it puts it on the calendar. You have an appointment this day, except whatever the day of, it alerts you. It's like, it's so much better and in sync. I don't even have to think about it. All my appointments pop up on the iPhone. You got the Google phone? I've always wanted to try the Google phone. I've been rocking Samsung for a long time. See, I got this right here. I got this S22. This is supposed to be my YouTube phone, but slowly the iPhone's turning to the YouTube phone. What a nice camera. Make sure it's not dirty. I think it's the S22. The S22 camera had some issues at first. That was kind of disappointing. But the iPhone I think I got the bigger version. The iPhone's bigger. And the new iPhone that just came out, though, the thing with iPhones too is they're not really doing much upgrades. The new iPhone that came out, all I heard that's really better is just the camera. The camera's way better on the new iPhone, but besides that, and this is just a screen. It's not actually cracked. It's just hopefully it's just a screen protector thing I got in there. I still think Windows is better for streaming though. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even sure how I would set up an Apple device. I think just pure power though. I think Windows is better for streaming and doing heavy duty stuff. I don't know. Apple versus Samsung. Shit, it's kind of what's the best price? I feel like they're almost cost the same. Because this phone was, well, actually maybe Apple's more expensive because this is like the bigger phone on Apple, and this was, I thought this was like 1,200 or 13, something like that. And then this one I thought was like 1,000, 12, or maybe 1,200. I don't remember the S22 at the time. I think iPhones retain their value longer than Samsung. I used to have an HTC phone back in the day. I used to have BlackBerry back in the day. I used to be really big into these cell phone stuff. HTC was dope back in the day. Chavocado says, how you doing, Christy? I hope you're doing well. It says, I love my iPhone camera. iPhone just, it seems like their apps are just better integrated and less issues. I even love how when you send multiple pictures to somebody on iPhone, the way it comes across. I also love with iPhone that, like, let's say I was doing something for that day, a specific day. I went out somewhere, I took multiple pictures. iPhone, like one of the widgets, they'll make these cute little videos and they'll put music for you automatically, and they'll make these videos out of your pictures. And if you just want to look at it, you can randomly pick it and it just starts playing. And it's like, I found some really cute stuff that I really like about it. We're going to take this channel down. Go ahead and try. They're back. They've had to adjust all their accounts now. Let me see. Let me add this in there too. They're finally back. We're going to take the channel down. We're coming for you now, Mel. Boom. Updated. Oh, sidekicks. I forgot about those phones. I never had a sidekick. I used to have like a little flip phone back in the day too. I'm bored. I'm bored. My Samsung wouldn't even last half of the day. By half the day, my phone was always dying on Samsung. This phone usually lasts me the entire day. And on this phone, the Wi-Fi is always on and Bluetooth is always on. On the iPhone, you have to turn everything off, and GPS is always on. On the Samsung, I have to turn everything off. That was a weak comeback, though. That's it with the bots. Damn, bro, they fizzled out. That's it. That's the comeback. Damn, man, you guys got to upgrade your bots, man. You guys need to I don't know, get some. Oops, SGV's thing. You guys got to upgrade the bots, pay some more funds, spend some money, do something. Something. My first phone was 2 cans and a string. Oh. They're trying to come back. I figure we can just kind of waste time and counteract all this shit. What? Mass shooting? Oh, really? Uh-oh. Diggs is telling me there's a mass shooting. All right, we could look into that. We can hang out a little bit. I don't know if I should start a new stream. Probably should start a new stream because people are going to be coming in for the chase. Let me see first if there's something we can talk about with this shooting. Oh, and here's where I can actually now. I can benefit by using the iMessage. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh. Early report. Excuse me. Getting early reports of a mass shooting on the streets of Chicago. Okay, let's see. Mass shooting, Chicago. I don't know. Is that true? There's only one site talking about it right now, or one page. I mean, Breaking 4 News. The shooting took place in East Garfield Park, Chicago. There are reports of several critically injured. It's not really much information. I don't know. What's up? Funkadelic Gaming, how you doing, man? Yeah, those bots got stomped out, bro. Oh, man. They're going to have to come up with something else. Oof. A weak-ass attack. That's it, yo. You got nothing. Normal day for Chicago, right? Oh, my gosh, man. You just put the Zav face. It was scary. What? All right, I guess we'll call it. I don't know if there's anything really that's going to be with this shooting, mass shooting. They're calling it. There's another. Yeah, no, there's nothing going on that I know of. All right, I'm gonna head out here, man. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Hope you have a good night. Take care of yourselves. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Who knows? Maybe we're lucky. We'll get a good chase. This chase was kind of lame for the most part. I mean, nobody got hurt, so it's good. So you never know. All right, I love you guys. Take care. Peace. Bye.